No one has told you this yet, but 7 subtle signs reveal that a woman hasn't forgotten about you, even if she's too shy to admit it. Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel where we explore the fascinating, often confusing, but always intriguing world of love, attraction, and relationships. I'm Maria, your guide through the labyrinth of human emotions, and today we're tackling a question that has probably crossed your mind more than once. Does she still think about me? Whether you're someone who's recently gone through a breakup or you've just drifted apart from a special someone, it's natural to wonder if you still occupy a place in her thoughts. And here's the thing: women can be masters at hiding their true feelings. Even if she's too shy or proud to say outright, there are subtle signs that she hasn't moved on. Stick around because we're about to dive into 7 key signals that might just reveal what's really going on in her heart. Trust me, once you know these, you'll see things a whole new light. 1. Her communication isn't just casual, it's purposeful. Let's start with one of the most obvious but often overlooked signs: communication. Now, I'm not just talking about the occasional "hey, how's it going" message or like on one of your posts. I'm talking about those deeper, more meaningful conversations that seem to come out of nowhere. You know, the kind where she suddenly brings up the hilarious road trip you took together or that random inside joke only the two of you get. Why is this important? Because when someone reaches out to reminisce about the past, it's not just small talk. She's not doing this out of boredom, she's doing it because those memories still mean something to her. Think about it, she could talk to anyone, but she's choosing to relive moments with you. If she's bringing up shared experiences, it's a clear sign she hasn't completely moved on. She's trying to keep that connection alive, even if it's under the guise of a friendly chat. But let's take it a step further. Has she ever texted you late at night? That's when our defenses are down, and we're most likely to say what's really on our minds. If she's reaching out to you during those quiet hours, it's not just because she's up late, it's because you're the one on her mind when everything else is still. That's not something to ignore. In fact, it's one of the strongest signals that she's still emotionally connected to you. 2. Her social media is a treasure trove of clues. Alright, next up, let's talk about social media. We all know that in this day and age, what we post online is often a reflection of what's going on inside us. Whether it's a carefully curated Instagram feed or a few cryptic tweets, social media can reveal a lot more than people might think. If you've noticed that she's been posting a lot of throwback photos, especially ones that include you, or sharing songs that you both used to listen to together, that's not just nostalgia, it's a message. And here's where it gets interesting. Sometimes she might post something that seems like it's directed at you, even if she doesn't tag you directly. Maybe it's a quote that feels oddly relevant to your situation, or a meme that only you two would find funny. These are what I like to call digital breadcrumbs. She's putting these out there, hoping you'll pick up on them. It's her way of staying connected without having to say anything outright. And let's be real, if she didn't care, she wouldn't bother. But there's more. Has she been watching your stories or liking your posts more often than before? Social media makes it easy to stay in someone's orbit without directly interacting with them. If she's consistently engaging with your content, it's because she wants to stay visible to you. Maybe she's too shy or hesitant to reach out directly, but she still wants to remind you that she's there. And that's telling. 3. Her behavior has changed, and it's not subtle. Now let's get into something a bit more personal. Behavior. People can be really good at hiding their feelings, but their actions almost always give them away. Have you noticed any changes in the way she's been interacting with you? Maybe she's become more affectionate in her texts, using emojis that she never used before, or she started dropping compliments more often. These might seem like small things, but they're significant. Let's talk about the why. When someone misses you, it often manifests as a shift in their behavior. They might not come out and say, "I miss you," but their actions will speak louder than words. If she's being more playful, more flirtatious, or just more attentive in general, that's not just a coincidence. She's trying to rebuild that connection even if she doesn't fully realize it herself. And here's another clue. Pay attention to her mood when you're around. Does she seem happier, more energized, or even a bit nervous? If she's acting differently in your presence, it's because she's feeling something. These behavioral changes are often unconscious, but they're a clear indicator that you're still on her mind. 4. She's genuinely interested in your life. Moving on to the next sign, which is one of the most telling, she's genuinely interested in what's going on in your life. If she's asking about your day, your plans, or how your family is doing, it's more than just polite conversation. She's trying to stay connected to your world. When someone is curious about the details of your life, it's because they still care. It's as simple as that. But let's dig a little deeper. Has she asked you about your future plans? Maybe she's been curious about your career goals, upcoming trips, or even who you're hanging out with. This is her way of gauging where she fits into your life, even if it's on a subconscious level. She's trying to figure out if there's still room for her, if there's still a place for your connection to grow. This interest often extends to more subtle questions too. She might ask about your hobbies, your latest Netflix binge, or even how you're feeling mentally. It's not just about keeping the conversation going, it's about understanding where you are in your life and seeing if she still has a role to play. When a woman is invested in the details of your life, it's because she hasn't let go of the possibility that there could be something more between you two. 5. Those accidental encounters aren't so accidental. Let's talk about those random encounters. You know the ones I'm talking about, those times when you just happen to run into her at your favorite coffee shop, or she suddenly appears at an event you're attending. Sure, these could be pure coincidence, but let's be honest, they probably aren't. When someone can't stop thinking about you, they often find ways to be where you are, even if it's just to catch a glimpse of you. Here's the thing, if she's suddenly showing up in places where she knows you'll be, it's not by chance. She's making a conscious effort to be near you, to remind you that she's still around. This is one of those signs that can be easy to dismiss, but it's actually one of the most telling. When someone is willing to adjust their routine just to cross paths with you, it's because they want to keep that connection alive. But it doesn't stop there. Pay attention to how she acts when you do run into each other. Is she excited to see you? Does she go out of her way to start a conversation or linger a little longer than necessary? These are all signs that she's not just there by accident. She's there because she still wants to be part of your life, even if it's just in these small, seemingly insignificant moments. 6. Mutual friends are dropping hints. Next, let's talk about mutual friends. If you've ever had a friend casually mention that she was asking about you, or they tell you she remembered something specific about you, take note. These aren't just random comments, they're signals. When someone is still thinking about you, it often leaks out in conversations with mutual friends. And trust me, she knows these comments will likely get back to you. Think about it, if she's asking your friends how you're doing or bringing up your name in conversations, it's because you're still on her mind. She might not be ready to reach out directly, but she's still keeping tabs on you through your shared connections. And here's the kicker, mutual friends often act as unofficial messengers. They might drop hints or relay information because they know both sides still have lingering feelings. So if your friends are mentioning her more often, it's likely because she's been talking about you. And don't underestimate the power of those indirect messages. Maybe she's not texting you directly, but she's still making sure you know she hasn't forgotten about you. Mutual friends are like bridges between you two, carrying those subtle signals back and forth. So if you're hearing more about her lately, it's because she wants you to know she's still thinking about you, even if she's too shy to say it outright. 7. She still holds a place for you in her heart. Finally, let's talk about the most important sign of all, the one that ties everything together. If she hasn't forgotten about you, it's because you still hold a place in her heart. All these signs, when taken together, paint a clear picture. She's not over you, and she's not ready to fully let go. Even if she's trying to move on, even if she's telling herself that it's time to forget, her actions are saying otherwise. When a woman holds onto the memories, when she makes an effort to stay connected, no matter how subtle, it's because she still cares. It's because you meant something to her, and maybe you still do. She might not be ready to admit it. She might be too shy or too proud to say it out loud, but the signs are there. And if you're paying attention, you'll see them. But here's the thing, recognizing these signs is just the first step. The real question is, what do you do with this information? Maybe these signs inspire you to reach out, to reignite that spark, or maybe they help you find closure. Whatever you decide, just remember that these signals are your guide through the complex world of relationships. They're your map, showing you that sometimes what's left unsaid is just as important as what's spoken. So, what do you think? Have you noticed any of these signs from someone in your life? Have you ever found yourself in a similar situation, wondering if someone is still thinking about you? Drop a comment below, I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences. And if this video resonated with you, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell so you never miss out on our future deep dives into the mysteries of love and attraction. Because remember, in the intricate dance of relationships, the answers often lie in the details we overlook. Stay tuned for more insights. And until next time, keep your heart open and your eyes sharp, because love often reveals itself in the most unexpected ways.